Welcome to the 5 on 5. We are pleased to be joined today by Margie McNabb, Professional Development Specialist with the Oregon Early Learning Division. Margie, thanks so much for being here.
Yes, thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you. We're talking about looking for quality child care.
Yes.
First off, when we're talking about child care providers, what are child care providers?
Well, child care providers are really early educators. They're professionals and they care for our children. And they care for our children during the most important years of their life, especially those first 5 years. And oftentimes, children are with child care providers for the majority of their day. You know, parents are working, or they're in school, or they're doing a combination of both. And so our child care providers are the professionals who really are helping to raise our children.
Okay, and so when we're talking about looking for quality child care, my question would be, why is that an important decision? You kind of touched on that. We're talking about crucial years.
Yes, those first 5 years. That's the time of brain development, the majority of brain development. 90% of the brain is growing during that time. And depending on the experiences can depend on later success for our children. So the more enriching experiences, the more time they have to bond and connect and have social emotional experiences with other children as well as with other adults, the more likely they will be to, number one, be ready for kindergarten. They will be able to more likely remain in school and have curious, open-minded connections to learning, and then graduate and move on to success as an adult. And that's what we really want to see with our kids. We want to see them really move forward to be contributing adults back into society.
Well, we've got much more to talk about, but we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are pleased to be joined once again by Margie McNabb, Professional Development Specialist with the Oregon Early Learning Division. Margie, thanks again for being here.
Yes, thank you.
We're talking about looking for quality child care, an important topic. Now, are there resources here locally? How many child care providers do we have?
Well, in Jackson and Josephine County, we have a little over 300 facilities.
Okay.
And in Oregon, we actually have about 5,000. And so that's quite a few. Although, again, never enough. We do need more child care. Definitely, we want to grow that profession. And in order for parents to really find what they have in their communities, the best thing to do is to call 211 and listen for the prompt for the child care line. So call 211 and they'll go through a series of prompts. So listen for the child care line. Once you press that prompt, you'll get a consultant who will take the parent through several questions to really fine-tune and hone in on the child care that's best meets their needs. The parent will then get a list of 10 to 12 different child care programs to choose from that as much as possible closely meets their needs. And then the parent can go through and go through that list, look at the different profiles and say, I want maybe these top 3. Okay. And then give those providers a call, go through a screening, and really spend some time visiting with them, learning about their programs, getting to know them. So that research and that time is so worth the investment, because by the time the child goes to the child care program, they're going to be pretty familiar with who these people are, visit the program, take the child to visit the program, get to know the provider. And the provider is really there for our children and for families. So we know with that kind of investment and time, it's really worth the investment, and the child will have a good experience, along with the parents.
So no digging through the internet, just a quick, easy 211 phone call, and they can get you all that you need to know.
Yes, absolutely.
And lastly, Margie, where can people go if they want more information?
Well, the best place to start is the Early Learning Division website, which is OregonEarlyLearning.com. Go there to the Parents and Families tab, and that will take the parents through all kinds of information on all the different steps to look for childcare. There's also a childcare safety portal that parents can go in once they choose their provider and really get the history of the provider's licensing process, if they've had any complaints, their compliance history. So all of those things are well worth the time, and it's all available on our Early Learning Division website.
Excellent. Margie, thanks so much for being here.
Yes, thank you. I've really enjoyed it.
Our pleasure. We'll be right back.